Time to have the trenders, social media in action. This is where you can find us. We'll start down here tonight. ed.msnbc.com, twitter.com/edshow, kind of active as of late, and facebook.com/edshow. You can catch me on the radio noon to 3, Monday through Friday, Sirius Channel 127, Sirius XM, and of course, the website, wegoted.com, tell you all about the Ed Tour 2014, Fort Lauderdale, February 8th. We're going to be there. Ed Show Social Media Nation has decided we're reporting. Here are today's top trenders voted on by you.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
The number 3 trender, SantaCon.
People want to believe the reality that's most comfortable to them.
For all you kids watching at home, Santa just is white.
They don't want to live in a world where Santa's black and one of his reindeer is gay.
Civil rights expert Neal Boortz.
We got too damn many urban thugs. Yo, you need to have a gun, and we need to see some dead thugs littering the landscape in Atlanta.
Adds his color commentary to the Santa race debate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Santa Claus is white, okay? Deal with it. I'm going to scream and complain because Martin Luther King is always portrayed as black.
What the hell did you just say?
It just ain't right.
The number 2 trender, Papa, don't preach.
Rush versus the Pope.
And this is just pure Marxism coming out of the mouth of the Pope.
The Pope responds. He says the Marxist ideology is wrong, but I've met many Marxists in my life who are good people.
Right-wingers continue their attack on Pope Francis.
He literally went after, quote, trickle down.
Because the Pope is ripping America. The Pope ripping capitalism. They are recognizing this guy as Man of the Year for one reason. He did a big hit on capitalism.
I, as a Catholic, agree with Rush that the Pope sounds like he is against capitalism.
They name him Man of the Year simply because he attacks capitalism and ticks me off.
It's very trendy as of late, or so it feels to me, to attack capitalism. So fetch.
And today's top trender, repeal and replace.
I want to repeal the law of the land. Is that clear?
Drop my coverage, deny my care, raise my costs.
Democrats go on Obamacare offense for 2014.
The Affordable Care Act is right up there with Social Security, Medicare, affordable care for all Americans as a right, not a privilege.
How much of a liability do you think this will be for Democrats in the November 2014 midterms?
Oh, I think it's going to be good for them. I think we're in pretty good shape.
Democrats stand tall in support of the Affordable Care Act.
Don't let insurance companies do whatever they want.
Joining us tonight, Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio. Senator, good to have you with us tonight on the Ed Show.
Good to be back. Thank you.
Give us an insight. What is the Obamacare offense for 2014?
Well, the offense is to show and begin to tell stories about people getting benefits from the Affordable Care Act, seniors that now save $700 on their prescription drugs, a 23-year-old who had cancer in Cleveland, who has been on their parents' health care plan, the fact that seniors are getting preventive care without copays or deductibles, free screenings, telling stories about individuals, many of the hundreds of thousands of Ohioans and Kentuckians and other places who are going to go on Medicaid or going to be in the exchanges or getting health insurance when they haven't had it for much of their lives.
So to tell the story.
Telling stories, and the president needs to talk about the minimum wage. Hasn't been raised in 6 years. President needs to talk about unemployment insurance. This is social insurance. People pay in when they're working. People get assistance when they're laid off. That's what insurance is all about. And the far right may not like social insurance. They don't like Medicare. They don't like Social Security. They don't like unemployment insurance. But all of it works for a middle class and works to give people the opportunity to join the middle class.
Senator, as I view this, in swing states, the call by the Democrats is going to be, okay, do I support Obamacare? Do I take it to the firewall as a candidate to win a House position, to win a Senate position? Where Obamacare has been embraced, how can you not run with it?
Well, I think you do run with it. I think you make it larger than that. It's about giving opportunity for people to get health insurance if they don't have it. It's about the fast food workers in Dayton the other day. None of them make more than $9.50 an hour. None of them have insurance, and only 1 out of the 7 people there knew they could sign up for health insurance under Obamacare. It's telling that story, and the more people like that get insurance and benefit from these consumer consumer protections and get a wage increase or get their unemployment insurance, the more they tell that story, the more we tell that story. And the more people that benefit, the better we're going to do.
Isn't there a danger here, though, Senator, for the Democrats, that some would really embrace it? Others in the caucus may not, because they might be coming from a red state or a state where a Republican governor has not implemented the Medicare opportunity for consumers in their state. You know, these governors that have rejected it. I mean, isn't it going to be hard for some Democrats to really embrace it and then others not to?
Well, perhaps. It's up to, I mean, I don't judge my colleagues or potential colleagues at how they do their politics in their states, but I'll just go across from Cincinnati, stand in Cincinnati, look across the river to Kentucky.
Sure.
Governor in that state, been on your show before, Ed. That governor has two of the farthest right Republican members of the Senate that have tried to inflict huge damage on Obamacare. He's already signed up tens of thousands of people in Medicaid. He's set up the exchanges. People in Kentucky have stories to tell. That's one reason Mitch McConnell has a great chance for him to lose, because people in his state by Election Day are going to see that this thing he's tried to block, lying down in front of the car to try to block, that it's working for Kentuckians. We're going to see that in state after state after state. The quicker we feed into that by telling the stories of how this health care law works for a huge swath of citizens, including helping to stabilize health care prices for people who have private insurance coverage that they're keeping, as most will, they're going to benefit from it too. So that's going to be increasingly clear. When Medicare was introduced in 1965, it was very controversial. When Social Security came in, it was very controversial. A year or 2 or 3 years later, people look back and say, hey, this is working. That's the way Affordable Care Act's going to be.
Senator Sherrod Brown of Ohio, good to have you with us on the Ed Show.
Always.
Appreciate
Thanks.
your time.